Okay, welcome to another edition of hashtag Ask Mayor Pugh. So I'm going to answer Myra Sachs. Myra says, how can Baltimore become the cleanest city in the country? Well, I can tell you what we've done. We've added another crew overnight because what I've said to people in the city is that we're a 24-hour city. So everything shouldn't stop at 9 to 5. And so one of the things that we've done is added another cleanup crew that's from 11 to 7 in the morning. But the other thing is for all of us to take responsibility for the trash that lays on our street. It just doesn't get there by itself. So one of the things, we do a spring cleanup. We're getting ready to do our fall cleanup. But I'm looking at how do we give neighborhoods and communities responsibility for cleaning up the quadrants of their city. And can we, and interested in the feedback from you all, can we, for example, to community groups and organizations, give grants to help them employ or at least provide stipends to people in the community to help clean up the community? We can be the cleanest city in America, but it's how we all work together. Thank you for that question. Next question. This one is from Kenny Johnson. He says, when will the Dollar House program go into effect? So let me just say this, Kenny. We have programs that can help you buy homes. What people don't understand about the Dollar House program, while you were able to get the house for $1, the only way you were able to get the house for $1 was to be able to qualify to fix it up. For example, if it cost $100,000 to fix the house up, you would have to provide the city with your approved $100,000 to fix up the property. Whatever the cost of the property, then you have to provide that. We don't have a problem giving you a house if there is the money attached to fix it. But we do have programs, for example, our first-time home buyers program, where you can get up to $5,000 for buying a home from the city, just from the city in general. And then you have programs like if you work at Johns Hopkins, you can get $35,000 toward the purchase of your house. If you work at the University of Maryland, they have almost $20,000 you can get for the purchase of your home. And then in some neighborhoods, we have what we call grant programs to even help you fix up your home. So you might want to go on our housing website and see what other information that can be helpful to you. Thank you for the question. Let me see. This question is from Hetty Lee. She says, what social safety net is being implemented and improved upon outside of social services for city residents, such as resource directories, free mental health services, MBQ reopening, subsidized housing, affordable housing, after-school programs, youth centers, daycare co-ops, etc. So much could change with the resources and true one-stop way to access such. Well, I can tell you, Hetty, today most things are online, but all the things that you talk about are really available. We have federal health centers for free throughout neighborhoods and communities in our city, so you can go online and get information about that. We also have subsidized housing, of course, and we've created a new $20 million housing trust fund. Now, we've not worked out all the details of that, but the idea is to be able to help folks to get homes. And then you should also know, through the Housing Authority of Baltimore City, we have vouchers that we give to folks for housing. And now when we're building housing in the city, especially condos, apartment buildings, and so forth, a percentage of that has to be affordable housing. And then after school programs, I hope you are aware of the $12 million youth fund that the city has, and this is for nonprofits and individuals who are creating programs in our city. All of this information is on the mayor's website. And also school programs. There are school programs after school, and you should know that in the $1.2 billion that we brought back to the city to create more new schools in the city, we're on target to build 28 brand new schools in the city. All of those will now be community schools, which means that you can have access to those schools after school and develop, implement, and expand programs. We're also putting a great deal of money into new parks and recreation programs. There are about 10 pools in the city, for example, that have laid dormant for years. Nobody's paid much attention to fixing them. We plan to fix most of those pools by next summer so that we can open them up. You'll see where we're building a new library on Park Heights Avenue, as well as creating more recreational facilities. So again, all that information is available to you on our website. So much, as you said, could change. I think part of it is making sure people have the information. I find out that, like we put together a whole brochure for parks and recreation programs that will be going on, not just during the summer months, but through the winter months. And so we're very excited about the work that we're doing. I should also mention to you that while we opened up Shake and Bake and created a new floor in there and 500 pairs of brand new skates and a place for children to eat and do their homework. In the spring, we're going to be opening up the bowling alley. Lots going on, lots to do. Thank you for your question. And then from Patrice Daniels, is there any way that YouthWorks could be year-round? I know we have the snow removal, but that's not enough. Well, Patrice, thank you for that question. YouthWorks, in fact, we have Be More Beautiful campaign, where we have young people who are working year-round in that program, and we are looking to expand our YouthWorks program. In fact, we also have a youth enterprise program where we've invested in young people who've created ideas to start their own businesses that we're monitoring and mentoring all year round. So very excited about that. I don't know if you read about the program that I'm trying to create for young people who are on our corners, which would be year-round. So I'm trying to help raise money, about another $2 million to create a year-round program. And in fact, the $12 million of our youth program, Youth Fund, is also creating year-round programs. So again, thank you for the question. And then finally from Adrian Waddell, Mayor Pugh, the food in the school lunches are horrible. Can something be done about changing the lunch nutrition program in the schools? Well, let me just say I don't have any control over the lunch meals for our young people because we do have a CEO of the school system, but we do have board meetings I think it's every 2 weeks or so, at the Board of School Commissioners, where you can actually come, sit down, and provide information on what you think should change as it relates to the school system. So let me just say again, thank you for all of your questions. This has been another edition of #AskMayorPugh.